Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Demon Deacons will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare, and it seems like every week defensive coordinators go in, and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today if they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and this dude makes defenses look silly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Blevins. Caught near the sticks, it's Staples. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They go to the ground. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. At the 30. Pass attempt. Touchdown, Wake. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Well, you can tell this defense is locked in early in this one. On the first drive of the game on 3rd down, they're expecting pass. They had multiple players in the back end defensively with their eyes on the quarterback, able to jump the route, pick it off, take it back for a touchdown, and they've already seized a ton of momentum.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Back to throw, it's Blevins. Catch in the middle, it's Ezukama. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Staples. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Blevins. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
2nd down coming up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're working that left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get... Your quarterback, tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Demon Deacons line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kingsbury. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Demon Deacons have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Dropping back, it's Blevins. With the catch, it's Ingram. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the single back. He breaks a tackle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They just keep firing. Finds his man. It's Ingram. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knowles will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quick completion on the out route. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Demon Deacons will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking for a man, it's Blevins. Skips away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul. And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They really don't catch well. But the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Blevins.
Great job.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. To the air on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen.
The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Snags a quick pass on the left. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Demon Deacons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Snagged in the middle. It's Kingsbury. And they're able to make the tackle. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
And the Demon Deacons are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Demon Deacons come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quick out to the 15. They get him down to this offensive setup, first and goal from the 9. The Demon Deacons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it and get what you can get and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he just throws it away on third down. And I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And they decide to trot out the kicker. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Split backs here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Noles can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Wants to throw. It's Blevins. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that.
Turning it on. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Red pass, it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Noles will have it 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Seminoles. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. And the returner goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Blevins. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against it. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Pollard. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Found the spot in the defense.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw again. Good timing on the quick out. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pollard. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 21 to Texas State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the...
There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Give to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pollard. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Blevins. Makes the grab. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff, and these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together.